that everything, everything is a feeling. Okay, people study Advaita, they read books on spirituality, but the moment they are caught in their feeling, and they get a feeling, they don't know anything at that moment.
What are they supposed to do? They just feel the feeling.
All you can ever do is feel the feeling. Why? Okay, first, we are perceiving beings. Perception is our natural function, is our natural way. Okay? We cannot help perceiving. How you see the world is the way you see the world. Now you might say, but isn't the world out there? No. The world is in your mind. The world is your perception. If 10 people would look out into the world, they would describe it according to their perception of what they see.
Yes.
Out there is no reality. The only reality to you is your own perception, which becomes your feeling nature. Your feeling nature becomes your experience. If your experience is one of depression and anger and the world is terrible, then that's how you are feeling.
Yeah.
You see? And it doesn't matter how much you study, that doesn't matter how much you read, it won't alter a thing, because that has become your reality, individual reality. That doesn't mean it is real, but it's real to you. Okay? And you can only be what you feel is real to you. So now, what do? You cannot fight it, you cannot deny it, you cannot control it, you cannot resist it, you cannot run away from it, you cannot say, how can I control it? My mind is driving me crazy. No. The only way that you can do, because everything is separation. You see, resistance is separation, running away is separation, escaping is separation. All that is separation, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's only one thing you can do, turn to love. Now some people says, but how do I love? How do I know I am love? Like you asked me just a while ago. Okay? So therefore forget the word love and get into that word called connection. Connection means you become one with something.
Is that a feeling too?
It's a feeling. Everything is a feeling. Everything is a feeling. There's nothing outside of feeling.
So how do you know? So when a feeling feels good, then it's love or connection?
Yeah, because you're connected.
Right. Okay.
You see? Yeah. If you're feeling good being with me, then there is love. You see? Because you feel connected. You feel okay. If you all of a sudden a ball is running down the street and all of a sudden you want to get up and kick it. That's your love. You see what I mean? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you want to engage in that activity. You want to be one with it.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what I'm saying. You know, a bird flies overhead. You look up, and you captivate it for a moment. That moment, that's love. You connected with that bird. You see, you're observing that bird. That's connection. That's love. Anything that you reach out normally without a motive, without the need to control or resist or do anything, it comes natural, is love, connection. Now, when you are not feeling good, when the feeling inside means that your perception, your thinking and everything produced this, quote, bad feeling, there's nothing you can do about it, absolutely nothing, except it is a feeling. And the only way that you can deal with a feeling is to feel the feeling. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Now, when you become one with the feeling, totally with the feeling, not with the ideas about it, not with how you're feeling sorry for it, not with how it's affecting you, but with the feeling as it actually is. The moment you feel the feeling as it actually is, you become one with it. The moment you become one with it, there is love. You're embracing it. It's also called self-forgiveness. It's also called acceptance. It's also called allowing. It doesn't matter. We go back to the same thing. So you become one with it. The moment you become one with it, all of a sudden, hey, well, it's not as bad as I thought, but something else happens.
Yeah.
You're no longer caught in your mind about it as much at that moment that you feel the feeling.
Now, Bert, is everything in this that happens in the world meant to be accepted like that? Meant to be forgiven like that?
Meant to be forgiven. forgiving, accepting, allowing. I'm saying this for those people who are listening to this. Is simply to come back to that same thing, to become one with it. In other words, you're taking the separation which is producing this horrendous feeling and bring it back to oneness. Feel the feeling. And when you come back to being one with it, you see, something else begins to take over called love. You connect again. And that very connection takes you deeper and deeper until you realize that your true nature is this connection.
So if everybody around the world, say, did this, and were just able to do this just for a few moments, that solved a lot of problems.
That's it. That's it.
Even if the things they've done are horrible or so-called criminal.
Yeah.
They should be forgiven.
Yes.
Not punished.
That's right. Punishment is because in our evolution, we're still not advanced enough. This is why there's a great shift of consciousness happening. Look at what they did in Alcatraz. They had those dungeons. They beat them up. They put them in isolation. I mean, it's horrible what man's inhumanity to man. What they do in other countries. There's a country now where they, if you happen to be gay, they imprison you or even kill you. I mean, I don't want to mention the country or anything, but this is actually happening. So why do we do this? Why this great separation? There are countries against countries, religions against religions, separation, separation, separation. But the true meaning of life is oneness. That oneness is not something esoteric out there. It is very simple.
Okay.
It is you, this moment. It is you when you're connected. When you feel connected, you feel, it's okay.
Okay, so how does the idea of who you are, your identity fit into all this?
Because your identity is that oneness. You see?
So you don't really have a self-identity.
No.
So that causes a lot of problems.
No, it does not.
No, but for most people.
Yeah. Well, this is such a beautiful thing that you've asked. You don't have a self-identity because all you are is this identity. You see?
So it all comes from love, God.
Love, God.
You're not in control.
You are because you're God.
I had a thought the other day that, everything that...
Yeah.
How could I have thought for, say, 20 years that I was the master of my life? And really, I never asked to be born. I didn't ask when to be born. The mind, the thoughts that I have, I'm not in control. They come to me. The body that I have has evolved without me directing it, obviously. And so on. But yet for so many years, I had this idea, and I think most people do, that no, I exist. And I can direct my life as I see fit.
But in truth, you can't.
But that's what I meant when I said there's no self. Because really, you're everything I have has been a gift.
Yeah, that's right. But who gave you the gift?
Well, that's what I mean. So God, or love, or
higher. And who is
higher.
God? And who is higher?
Everything that does everything. Flowers, rocks, everything.
Right, which is you.
But that's not me.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't say it would grow. Flower grow. I didn't grow.
Of course you do.
No, I don't. How?
Yes. Because you are the very essence of life itself.
Right, so I'm an expression of that life, but I'm not an all-powerful,
But you are in your infinite potential. You see, right now you're not fully expressing it as such. But this is the whole point of evolution.
Okay, right. But say the Earth turns. Same idea.
Mm-hmm.
So there is an animating force, which is beautiful. Right? Like you
Oh,
said, it's
yeah.
perfect. It doesn't miss.
Yeah.
It's evolution.
Yeah.
But I'm not in control of that, obviously.
Yes, you are. But you don't know it yet.
I'm part of that.
No, you are it. Because there's only oneness. There is no separation.
So you have to explain that for
you cannot explain it in words. It's too esoteric for most physical minds to understand. But one thing that you come to know is that the I that you think you are in the beginning, which is called ego, is like a small hole. And you look into the small hole And there's a big universe out there, but
Yeah.
all you see is through this whole small hole.
Yeah.
And then you get it larger and larger and larger and larger and larger, and all of a sudden, there is no longer a hole in which you're looking through, because you are it itself.